brush it with oil.
Oh, okay. Start that now?
Yeah, start brushing with
So
oil.
you're gonna brush it with oil. We've got the coating all ready.
Yeah, and we just put that on the outside and it goes into the oven at 325.
Coffee-crusted pork loin tonight here with Manitoba Pork and Lady Marmalade herself, Susan Reese. We're making cranberry marmalade with this recipe. Lots of interesting flavors, and I'm so excited to sort of hear how you brought all of this together. So let's get started.
Yeah, this recipe almost sounds like breakfast. So,
it does, yeah.
Yeah, we're starting off with our coffee-crusted pork loin. So using the center-cut pork loin, very lean piece of meat. This is about a 2-pound roast. You can easily get a smaller fillet or a larger roast depending on the number of people you're serving.
Makes
and
sense.
either double up on the rub or cut back on it. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna brush it with a bit of canola oil.
Okay.
And the reason for that is it's gonna help our rub kind of stick to it a little bit more. And also you're gonna get a nicer crust because it's just gonna help with the browning.
Oh yes, the
right?
crust. We have been promised a crust on this beautiful roast, and I'm very excited to see what that looks like. And so we have another rub going with this recipe.
Yes, so this is the rub we're using here. It's a mixture of ground coffee, obviously.
Wow.
Some chili powder, brown sugar in there, cinnamon, salt, and a little bit of dried oregano. It's just wonderful.
Can you really taste the, is it a real coffee kind of flavor, or is it just sort of like blend with the other things to create sort of a
you are going to get a bit of that hint of coffee for sure. And the brown sugar, because it's going to kind of melt when you put it in the oven, it's just going to combine all of the other ingredients and kind of help create that crust that's going to be on the outside of this roast.
Okay.
So I'm just going to finish
do all
rubbing
sides?
this. Yes, and you be generous with it. And as I said, you can use this rub also on other cuts of pork. You can use it on pork loin chops as well if you're just single and you don't feel like making a roast, and get yourself a couple of chops and just use the same rub.
You and pork chop on Saturday night. Sounds perfect.
Okay, and then we're gonna put it in a plastic bag, in a Ziploc.
All right.
We're gonna let that sit overnight just to help those flavors infuse. Love those Ziploc bags,
Seal
they're
it up.
so handy.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Seal it up, and and then we're gonna cook it the next day. And you'll wanna take it out about an hour before you actually put it in the oven, just so that the meat's not like super ice cold, and it's just gonna help it cook that much faster.
Okay.
So onto our cranberry marmalade. So here we have a mixture of cranberries and some brown sugar, some white sugar, spiced rum. I like using spiced rum just because.
You always sneak something in there. Long before Aaron gets back on the set.
I know.
Sneaking something in there.
I like the spiced rum just because of the vanilla notes that it has in it. It's a little softer. And also some cranberry juice. So we've simmered this for about 10 minutes, just until the cranberries start to pop.
This might be a stupid question. Is this like a pectin thing? Or there's no pectin in cranberries?
Well, I would imagine like all fruits have it.
Some.
It's just a natural compound in fruit. And then we're gonna take it off the heat and we're gonna mash those cranberries.
Okay.
As the cranberries are mashing and the sauce is cooling, it's gonna thicken up.
Okay.
And you'll ultimately end up with this beautiful marmalade.
It looks amazing, and I'm guessing, again, you can probably eat this on a lot of different things.
Right. Now the only other thing we wanna do is we wanna add our lemon juice to this.
Okay.
As we're mashing away. And some lemon zest.
Some lemon zest.
Put that in there.
There's lots of interesting flavors in this.
Right.
Big time.
So again, this is just gonna need to sit and cool. You're gonna serve this cold on your roast anyways. You can make it ahead, you can freeze the leftovers, lots of, and as you said, different uses that you can put this on as well.
Wonderful.
So
what's under here?
On
I think you
to
got big reveals on this show. It's like, shall we?
Shall we?
All
Let's
right.
go. So this is our finished roast. As you can see, we've got this really nice bark on here. We're gonna slice a piece off. Again, meat thermometer, very important. The worst thing you can do is overcook any kind of loin.
Right.
And we want that hint of pink. So let's just take a slice here. We're gonna cut 1/4-inch slices.
I was gonna say, would it be rude to just cut the bark off and just sort of eat that? I guess that would probably.
This is probably more than 1/4-inch. I like my meat, so.
There you go.
Nice big piece.
Ah,
and then you can see it's still really nice and juicy and perfectly done to 155 and you're going to serve it with the cranberry marmalade, and it's amazing. The flavors together are just amazing.
And off you go. Well, I might have to give this a try. But when we come back, thyme grilled chops with royal blueberry sauce. Is that what we're doing? Don't go away here tonight on Great Tastes of Manitoba.